Most swing issues actually start before you even swing the golf club. Here's one setup flaw that silently ruins consistency and how to fix it today. Hi, my name is Justin Klumbal and I am the founder of Breaking Bogeys, where we are transforming people's games to help them break 100 for the first time, break 90 for the first time, or even break 80 for the first time. If you haven't done so already, head to breakingbogeys.com and check out the transformations that we have been making with all of our students. And if you're interested in breaking one of those score barriers, consider signing up with us today. Okay, let's dive right into the key setup change that you can make in your game that's going to help you hit the golf ball so much better. And what are we going to be talking about today? Ball position. So what I tend to see from so many players that struggle with good contact is usually a ball position that's too far forward in their stance. What most people don't realize is that hitting the ground in front of the ball is the most important thing when it comes to pure contact. The golf ball itself is not the bullseye of golf. That is not the bullseye of hitting a good golf shot. We have to hit the ground in front of the golf ball. That is the place that we have to get that golf club to land. So when people play the ball position so far forward in their stance, it is making it easier for them to hit behind the ball. And what is hitting behind the golf ball? A fat shot. So if you're hitting behind the golf ball, that's going to hit the golf shot fat. So if we want to hit the golf ball more solidly, we have to be aiming for the club to land in front of the golf ball. And when I move that ball position further back in my stance, it makes it easier to hit the ground out in front. So what I'm going to invite you to do is that if you're somebody that typically plays the ball, what you think is in the middle of the stance for your irons, what I would like for you to try is moving the ball back in your stance, which means that I'm going to have you line it up more with that right foot. It doesn't have to be crazy back. It doesn't have to be lined up with that right foot, but I do want it back of center. And if you try this, it's going to make it so much easier to hit the ground out in front of the golf ball. Setting up for success is such an easier way to get more successful shots, and just playing the ball further back in your stance can help. So I'm going to play that ball further back in my stance, and instead of aiming for the ball, I'm going to be aiming for the ground out in front. And by playing the ball further back, it's going to be easier to hit that spot. Now, if I have a hybrid or a fairway wood in my hand, and with this golf club, I typically would be playing the ball position a little bit more forward in my stance. What I want to invite you to do with a fairway wood or a hybrid, which you might historically play a little bit further forward in your stance, I want to invite you to play that ball a little bit more in the middle. Once again, even with these clubs here, hitting the ground in front is essential for you hitting more solid contact. So by you playing the ball a little further back in your stance, it's going to be much easier to aim for that spot in front and hit that spot. If you're playing the ball too far forward, which most people tend to do, in an attempt to try to help the ball go up in the air, you're promoting your chances of hitting behind the ball. And hitting behind the ball is just a horrible feeling, not only in golf, it's just a horrible feeling in life. It just does not feel good when you hit behind the golf ball. So playing that ball position a little further back than normal, so for a fairway wood, being slightly forward in my stance, I'm going to play a little further back than normal, which now puts the ball in the middle of my stance. And then for an iron, I'm going to play actually behind center. This is going to make a humongous difference in the shots that you're going to be able to hit. It's so much more fun when you can just make a simple setup change and see an immense difference in how solidly you hit the golf ball. Give this a try and I guarantee it's going to help you hit the ball much more solid. Most people who approach improvement in golf usually don't see results because they do not have a plan. At Breaking Bogeys, we have a step-by-step guided plan to help you play the best golf of your life. If you're looking to try to break a score barrier, like breaking 100 for the first time, breaking 90 for the first time, or even breaking 80 for the first time, visit us at breakingbogeys.com and consider working with us, and we would love to help you play the best golf of your life.